How do they get rich in the next 5 years?
I would not go to college. I'd find 32 units where the rents are $200 too low and I'd make $1 million.
Just don't pay your loans back. You don't owe anybody anything anyway.
We are literally living in a day of age where you can make more than a doctor from trading meme coins in a week.
Ambitious men, listen. If you're worried you're not where you want to be yet in life, that's fine. What's not fine is letting TikTok money advice destroy your future. I swear there's like an unlimited amount of these clips that I could find on TikTok every single day. And today we're going to look at a bit more so that we don't fall into these same mistakes and so we can get smarter with our money and utilize it to our advantage. If you're new here, my friend, hello, my name is Vic. I'm a registered nurse and certified life coach turned personal finance strategist. And on this channel, I specifically help ambitious men only get smarter with their money, understand the psychology of money, and help them to understand how to build long-term wealth. Let's get straight into the video, my friends. And boy, do I have a good first video for you. Please subscribe and share.
I told my wife, I said, I'm going to write a book called The 10X Rule. And she's like, what's the 10X Rule? The 10X Rule basically is I'm going to have $500 million worth of debt the next time, and the bank will be my friend. When 2008 happened, I had 3 companies. The first 2 got crushed, and the third one was just frozen. I went from being free to trapped. I said, hey, what did I do wrong? I sat down and started writing. I'm like, if I was 10 times bigger right now, I would have $500 million worth of debt, $551 million. But I only have $51 million worth of debt. That's what I had in 2008. Because the bank called me and said, we need the whole 51 million. Or we're going to seize your property. I'm like, dude, nobody's got 50 million right now. The world's coming to an end. Had I owed $500 million, they wouldn't have treated me like that. They'd have called me and said, how can we help you, Mr. Cardone? Want to be sure everything's all right.
This literally gave me a 10x headache. Can you imagine having 51 million, hell, even 551 million as a debt? I would not be able to sleep at night. I would shit myself, I'd piss my pants, and that would be on my mind all the time, literally no joke. But no matter how crazy this seems, Grant is onto something because if Grant had $500 million worth of debt, the bank can't really seize any of his properties because it's just too big to liquidate them, and they will take a bigger loss on their balance sheet, so they literally sort of have to help Grant with this bigger loan. Bags would be able to absorb the $51 million loan, hence why they said to seize the property, but a $500 million loan, that is substantially more. And it can lower the capital ratios of the bank, it could actually scare investors, it could do significantly more harm than good. Let me know down in the comments down below, my friends, would you allow yourself to be in $500 million worth of debt? And if you'd be comfortable with that as well. But don't you worry, my friends, I have an even worse video for you right now about this gentleman explaining how easy it is to make £1 million.
How would someone make £1 million in a year?
It's really easy. If you divide it by 365 days, it's 2,739 per day. Divided by 24 hours, 114 per hour.
But you're not going to work 24 hours a day.
Who says you have to work? You can use AI to work.
What do you mean?
AI can actually work for you now. You can create something that works 24 hours a day. The goal is not to work for money. The goal is to have money work hard for you.
We need to talk about that.
I took it a step further, and this is how much you need a minute to be a millionaire in a year. £1.90. You can see it there, my friends. There you go. In a second, you will need approximately 3p a second. I really like Samuel Leeds, so I'm sure that he would have not bought in a host that he doesn't like or distrust. And I do get what this guy's saying, but just to put it into perspective, my friends, 0.1% of people in the UK make 648k a year minimum. But again, that doesn't even tell us how many people actually make £1 million in a year. This is not someone being worth £1 million. This is someone genuinely making £1 million every single year. So this is not something that is simple whatsoever, my friends. This is not anything like a liquid millionaire or something like this. And what's really frustrating is that it's so annoying listening to this advice that it's so easy to become one. With a decent enough investing strategy, yeah, you would very likely be a millionaire in a few decades time, sure, but actually making £1 million as income is so difficult, very hard to do. Let's just look at some of the comments. If 2AI work for me, can I make 2 million? Oh, I like this comment. Step 1, just make something that works for 24 hours a day. Got it. It's easy. Put 20 million in the bank at 5% interest, then just sit back and wait. Although you have to get the 20 million first. AI won't plaster a house for me. But anyway, at least it's good to see that this guy is good at maths. And at least he's not talking about not paying off your debts, unlike this guy that you're about to see right now.
Just don't pay your loans back. You don't owe anybody anything anyway. You see, the money that you've taken out as a loan is yours. You created it. If people understood exactly how money works, you'd understand that you don't owe anybody any money. Like, let me ask you this question. When you take out a loan from the bank, where does that money come from? You see, we're sold this idea that when you take a loan out from the bank is somehow giving you something that they already own, and therefore you have to give it them back. But the thing is, when you take out a loan, that money didn't exist until you signed that piece of paper and gave the order to the bank to create that money. You created the money. Your signature created the money. You are the backing for the loan. And when you understand that you don't owe the bank anything because it didn't exist until you created it, why do you have to pay it back? And so they then threaten you with this idea, well, if you don't pay it back, you might get a CCJ and it might go on your credit report, right? Okay. And you see, this is the problem. We're told that debt is a good thing to have, but not told what debt should be used for. Debt should be used to buy assets, because once you've got assets that create money themselves, you then don't care about your credit report because banks will just throw money at you anyway. So don't pay your debts back. Nothing's going to happen. And then make money.
Now, I disagree with this guy, as I'd like to think most of you guys would probably do as well. No financial advice, but it would be an ideal scenario to make sure you don't pay any debt on anything, unless probably a mortgage, because you can't really get out of it. But my friends, this is such bad advice for one main reason only. This guy can surely not be wanting to buy a house, because that will be the most important thing, because what bank in their right mind would lend money to someone that is not paying any of their previous loans or just have a very poor credit rating in general anyway? For those of you that don't know, the CCJ, the County Court Judgment, which is like a court order in England, by the way, from my understanding, you're not going to go to prison for not paying your debt, actually, which is quite weird. But what it will do is massively affect your credit rating and your chance of actually having a mortgage to be able to buy a house. So if you're just wanting to rent and you don't really care and you want to be a parasite, literally, and I say this respectfully, then just do what this guy's saying. And if you think a CCJ is no big deal, all right, cool. Try explaining it to your wife why you can't get a mortgage and start a family with her. Like I said, my friends, I don't know if I'm missing something here. If you're not going to pay back the debt, don't get the debt in the first place. It's quite simple, really, because it's a lot of mental pressure and stress as well. You have to think about this, because people are consistently, debt collectors are consistently going to be pursuing and trying to collect this debt, even if you don't necessarily pay it. It's quite a lot of mental pressure, at least for me anyway. I would not want to live my life like this, but it's up to you, my friends. The ambitious men that subscribe to this channel and that follow the journey along with me, I know would never do this, because you're smarter than that, because you're here to get smarter with money. That's exactly what I intend to help you with, my friends, on this channel. And this guy, okay, so this guy's not paying off his debt, which is very bad. But he's not making a claim that you can turn $50 into $50,000 in a span of 30 days. That is what this guy right now will show us how to do, and will make us wonder why we have not thought about this before.
If I only had $1,000 to my name, matter of fact, if I only had $50 to my name and I needed to turn it into $50,000 by the end of 30 days, here's exactly what I would do. See this right here? Town hall. And I just got a list that's worth tens of thousands of dollars for free because I just asked for it. That simple. What is this list? This is a list of people that don't take care of their fucking property, called a code violations list. Save this video so you have that. This right here is a perfect example. Look at this. Overgrown grass, boarded up windows. It looks like shit. That they want this shit fixed. And you make my town look bad, so I'm putting you on a code violations list. I don't have to drive around and look for this if I can just go to the town directly to the source and get the list. They want to give it to me because they want guys like me to solve these problems. They want guys like you to call these sellers, get good deals, and connect them with a flipper for 10, 20, 30, 40 grand. What the fuck are you doing wasting your life away when I could give you the list, I could give you the contracts, I could give you everything you need. All you need to do is make the phone calls.
Turning $50 into 50K literally sounds like a cheat code. But this is real estate, not GTA. Now, I'm not in this field, this is not my game, but I know people who are, and there's so much legal paperwork, legal rules, buyer networks that you need to have. And even with that, there's still tons of deals that fall through anyway. If Joe's methods really worked, he would have significantly a lot more positive reviews and everyone would be doing it. If you've never believed in the manifestation of money, my friends, let's see if this guy can change your mind.
Be careful with this money affirmation because it actually works. I've been doing money manifestations with great results for quite a while now. And I wanted to share this really powerful one with you. So if you repeat this 3 times a day for the next 7 days, you will be shocked at how much money comes into your life. Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, relax, and repeat after me. I always have more money than I need. I cannot help but attract a lot of money into my life. And repeat this just 3 times a day for the next 7 days, and then come back here and let me know your results.
Somehow I doubt this will work, but I could be wrong. Let's have a look at some of the comments. I said this out loud when walking from work and I got mugged. I closed my eyes and got robbed. Now I have no money. It sounds like some anti-manifestation there. Oggy says, been doing this for the last 10 years, still skint. I don't know why people do this all the time, but look at this comment. Jojo says, nah, I would take it as God provides. Obviously, nice comment, great. But then our man Jeff here replies, God showed you this. Now what will you do with it? Jeff. I love how he put Jeff at the end as if we didn't know, as if his username didn't exist there and we didn't know. Have a look at this comment because I genuinely don't know if I should be concerned or not. So Gispor says, it worked. My mother-in-law just died and now we have more money than we need. And what's the weird thing is look at who liked this comment. Our man Jeff. Celebrating your mother-in-law dying. Fantastic. Anyway, my friends, let's be honest. We all know the real way to attract money is by being smarter with money. And I can save you all this manifestation crap and just, you could be part of a community, which is a growing platform that's built for ambitious men to get smarter with money, understand the psychology of money, and learn about building long-term wealth. That is real attraction, not this manifestation crap. You can click the link in my bio or in the description and check it out, my friend. And secure your spot today, because only the first 100 members will get the super affordable, basically free offer that I currently have right now before the price increases. 7-day free trial too, so you've got nothing to lose. But my friends, there is one very important topic that we have not covered when it comes to the worst TikTok money advice out there. And that is in cryptocurrency, meme coins. Let's have a look at this kid tell us how to make more than a doctor with meme coins.
We are literally living in a day of age where you can make more than a doctor from trading meme coins in a week. You guys may have seen my face before. I'm the dude who turned $40 into over 100 grand in just a week. Now, you may ask how I do this. It's literally just filtering Dex Screener the correct way. So first go to Dex Screener. On this trending list, click the hourly. Then make sure you select boosteds and ads. Make sure both of these are clicked. Then pick a coin with the golden letters that has 500 or above Dex boost. And those are going to be the coins that people are turning 800 to 10k, 76 to 6k, 6k to 11k. Join the Telegram in my bio for free 100x callouts every day.
Comment below, my friends, if you guys like meme coins or have actually got rich from meme coins. But let me tell you something about this kid. And I won't go hard into him because at the end of the day, he is a kid and he's just trying to do well for himself. But he's made a critical mistake. Let me show you this first screenshot because I actually invest in crypto. So I'm not that bad when it comes to crypto investing, right? What he's using at the moment is called a phantom wallet. That's one of the wallets where you store your cryptocurrencies, just like your wallet that you have manually, except this is an online wallet. And in this wallet, in the beginning screenshot, you could see that it says plus $35.45. The other screenshot that's above 100K, you can actually see that a significant portion of that is in the stable coin of USDC. And also it says in the account plus $940.48, which is very peculiar. Well, by the sounds of it, this guy's made from $40, he's made over 100K. So God knows what that X is, but it's not going to be 1%. I don't know, for me personally, I find it a bit suspect, but this is my opinion. But the claim this guy's making is saying, oh, I can give you 100X coins every single day. Do you understand if you actually could do that, even if you could do 10X every single day? Do you understand the cumulative effect of that if you were to do that for a week? That number is astronomical. If you kept doing that, you would be absolutely by far the richest man on earth. And therefore, you can't do that every day. So there's no point of saying in your community that you can. And this is the thing, my friends, with these online communities, they're not authentic at all. I really don't like that. And with the online community I've made, I really want to change that. Because in this day and age, I feel it's really difficult and men need each other now more than ever. And that's why I've specifically dedicated this channel to ambitious men, men who want to grow, men who want to succeed financially. Because when you surround yourself with like-minded people like this, you can't help but become the average of that. And if you feel you're not exactly where you want to be, you should hang around more people about where you want to go. So then you can become the average of that circle. And that's my goal and that's my mission with this online community. It's not a guarantee or it's not financial investment advice, but it is a place where you can go to, where men can go to have conversations about building wealth and getting smarter with money, as well as other things as well. Because I really don't like the inauthenticity of the online communities that I've seen and been a part of. So I really wanted to change that. So as a recap of this video, my friends, we've learned about going 10x more into debt, how not to turn $50 into 50K, because like that's possible, unless you get super lucky in meme coins and make more money than a doctor, manifesting and attracting money and thinking that our mother-in-law died, and never paying off debt and just going into more debt like it's no problem, like it won't affect your credit score to actually be able to afford a mortgage. Then you have to explain to your wife why you can't start a family. So yeah, I think we've learned some interesting things about what maybe not to do today and in the future. My friends, it took me quite a bit of time to make this video, so if you did enjoy it, please leave a like so I know that you did. And if you've got any feedback about making the videos better, or if you enjoy these sort of videos, comment down below. And also comment about what you'd like to see next, or how these videos can be improved. YouTube recommends and thinks you'd like one of these two videos next. Click one, and I'll see you over there, my friends.